Welcome to 0 to 60.
I'm Matt McChesney. I am the owner and operator of 6-0 Football Academy and 6-0 Equipment. Played at the University of Colorado from 2004. 6 years in the National Football League on both sides of football.
I'm Matt McChesney. This is 0 to 60. That is Coach Prime. We are at the University of Colorado. Brother, thank you so much.
All right. 0 to 60. We're rolling. All right, and we're rolling here, 0 to 60 buffs on a Tuesday here down from the lab at 6-0 Football Academy. I apologize to everybody for being late. Bailey, thanks for holding on. Everybody in the comments, my bad. I was actually in here meeting with CU great Matt Russell and his son Reese, who's got 13 offers, and our meeting ran a little long, and I'll be goddamned if I'm going to kick my homeboy Matt Russell out of the room with his son when we're talking about everybody offering him and where we're going on trips this year and identifying some new opportunities. And, unfortunately, a lot of the conversation was the fact that Colorado has not offered Reese Russell, who's a sophomore, who has 12 offers, whose father won the Buckus at the University of Colorado. And Reese is a bad motherfucker. He's going to be a great center. He's playing center for Valor this year, and I bet he's first team all Colorado, and he's going to have 35 offers by the end of all this shit. And it's heartbreaking that, Matt's alma mater, my alma mater. I grew up watching Matt. He's one of my best friends. And, now I'm working with his son. I've known Reese since he was a whip. And I don't know how many times I've talked to them about him up there, but it's a lot. And the fact that they're neglecting him is ridiculous. And all they'll do is play him. We're in here talking about trips to Nebraska and Oklahoma and Tennessee and Texas and all these different places. And unfortunately, Boulder's not on the list. So that's neither here nor there, but I wanted to let you know why we were late. Why I was late. Let's pay some motherfucking bills and get this bitch rolling on a Tuesday.
It's fine Tuesday. Here we go. This show is brought to you by BetOnline. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football, from the preseason, NFL to college kicking off. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads while the games are being played. Think you know your stuff? Get in on our winner-take-all $300,000 NFL Survivor pool for the upcoming season. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino, get in on a game of blackjack or poker, or unwind with one of our over 150 slot games. Head to the website today and use promo code BELIEVE, B-L-E-A-V, and get in on the action. Bet online, the game starts here, and we roll on this fine Tuesday. Matt, how you doing, man?
I'm great, bro. I've had a really good Tuesday. I'm a little under the weather. I can't seem to shake this goddamn sickness. But other than that, I'm doing great. Dungeon Family's blowing up. We had a great 5 a.m. sessions in here this morning.
Good.
I'm really, really doing good. So I'm excited about the season as we get going here. The show's really taken off, and I got to tip my hat to you, Bailey. I mean, since we started on, I probably should have done this sooner, but everything happens when it's supposed to. You've really taken the show and put it on another level, dog, and everything you're doing on YouTube. And I mean, it's next level. So any of you guys out there looking for, production and anything video related and everything Bailey does from a media perspective, bro, I mean, I couldn't be happier, not only from a co-host perspective, but also from a production perspective. It's been outstanding. So tip of the cap to you, my man. Let's keep this motherfucker rolling, because if the numbers were that good this month, I can only imagine where it's going to go as we get into the football season. We had close to 1,000 eyes in yesterday's show. The only problem is I don't know when we're going to do consistently moving forward. And honestly, the question that we've been asking each other, we're asking y'all, all the Dungeon Family members, the 299ers. And again, if you're not part of the Dungeon Family, you want to be moving forward, because there's going to be exclusive shit that only you get. If you're a subscriber, please go like everything. We really appreciate everything. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, everything. Go follow. We are blowing up on Instagram as well. We've gotten like over 7,000 followers in the last 2 days. We're going to have a lot of the videos. I got another video out today. I'm going to send Bailey about all the whiteboard stuff and all the football 101 shit that we're going to be doing that you can only get if you're part of the Dungeon Family. So if you want all of the breakdowns, that's part on YouTube. You're going to have to be part of the Dunge family to do that. But my point is, when do you want the show to be during football season? All right. What works for y'all? Should it be at noon? Should we go right after JB? I'm not going to compete with my boy in the morning because we're all trying to cut up the same pie, and I do so much with him on there. And he's going to be a guest on our show to break down quarterback play as we roll as well, on top of many others. We will have more guests as we go through the football season, but honestly, this is our show. So when we bring a guest on, it's more than me interviewing them. Now Bailey and I can just keep the conversation going. So think about this. When do you guys want the show to be? And then we'll try and get a more consistent time moving forward. I think that's the only hurdle we have to overcome here.
No doubt. And Dungeon family, we're asking you just, whatever you think is best timing, man, whether that's right after JB in the nighttime, during the afternoon, whatever, man, but just let us know. But we can't thank you all for watching. Go ahead.
And Sid, I appreciate you watching, homie. Chill, Matt. He's only a sophomore, talking about Reese Russell. Give CU some time. If he's really like that, Prime will see him. You can't chill anymore, dog. He's going to be a sophomore. He's got 12 offers already. He's got Oklahoma State and Nebraska and Texas A&M and all these other big-time offers. You can't chill. You can't sit back on your morals and just be like, oh, well, he'll find us. No, you're going to play him. So, not only that, when his father won the Buckus there and there's so much pride and respect in the room, if he's getting offered by all these other places, it's almost a respect thing. Like that's when you need to go out and make an alum a priority. So I put myself in Matt's shoes and Reese's shoes because my own son is up and coming. He's, starting as a freshman for Vista, and he's already started getting recruited. And I look at it like, well, I'll just say it. Nebraska's offered or not offered him, but invited him to the CU Nebraska game as a recruit. Mm-hmm. Now, inside of me, I'm like, holy shit, I can't do that, but it's not about me. Mm-hmm. It's him. It's my son. Mm-hmm. So everything is eradicated on that point.
Yep.
He's being offered an opportunity to go be a recruit, just like we exploited that last year when we went to Utah for the Florida game, and he was a guest of the Utes, just like when we went to all the CU games and he was a guest of the Buffs. Well, now we're going to go to Lincoln, and we're going to go to Norman, and we're going to go to Ann Arbor, and we're going to make this a big year of setting the table for him for all these places that want to see him. So, again, hopefully people can separate business from reality. It's just like the body bags. I'm not going to not sell Nat Rule body bags. I mean, what the fuck does this look like? So, again, the leverage is part of all this. So I think that CU should be jumping on Reese Russell, not waiting for Reese Russell to go after them. Yeah, that's my opinion as the guy that handles recruiting in this fucking state.
Yeah, I mean, when you're getting recruited, you got to be proactive. You can't just sit there wishing that they're going to offer you. Wish one thing and the other with that, man. That'll never work. So
it's like the big Deacon Schmidt kid at Windsor. Deacon's going to be a junior. He's a monster, great player. He's been in here busting his fucking ass. Mm-hmm. CU hasn't offered him yet either. Nebraska offered him. Oklahoma, Coach Beatonbaugh offered him. That's a huge offer. I think Beatonbaugh's the best offensive line coach in the country. Consequently, who trained Phil Holt? Who coached Phil Holt? Beatonbaugh. That's right. So that's why I'm so excited about CU's offensive line, not only the players, but also the tutelage. Mm-hmm. So it's different when you're a parent. It's different when you're a coach. It's different when you're both. Mm-hmm. And it's different when you're in my position to get these guys recruited. I don't look at my son like he's my son in this room. I look at him as another player. Mm-hmm. And when he asked me at 11 years old, Dad, can you help me get a scholarship? I heard, Coach, can you help me achieve? Mm-hmm. So it's my job to help him do that. So you're damn right I'm going to the CU Nebraska game. Are you out of your mind? I'll fucking be there with bells on. My kid's going as a recruit. So shit, yeah. When would you guys like the show to be? 2 p.m. Eastern? Okay. We can fuck with that. That's noon, right?
Yeah, that 2 p.m. Eastern. That'll be noon York.
So we could probably fuck with noon. Yeah. What happened to JB's show? Nothing happened to JB's show. We're on Mondays and Fridays. I think he's off for 2 weeks, right?
JB's off for 2 weeks. Yeah, they're dark. Yeah. So he's doing his daily rants when he has time. He's busy. So stay tuned. They'll be back before the season starts. But let's dive into it. So this show is called "Will Julian Lewis Flip Commitment to Colorado?" So there has been all kinds of talk on social media about this. On3 Sports said, we'll see what happens if things don't get finalized. USC is working to wrap up the recruitment of 5-star quarterback Julian Lewis this week. So I wanted to kind of show you another 247 thing from Tom Loy. He says he does not expect him to stick with his pledge to USC. Take a listen here. We can discuss.
Carrollton, Georgia, top 100 quarterback Julian Lewis. So why are we talking about Juju, who's been locked in with USC for such a long time? Because I've said it for months and I still want to repeat myself. I do not expect him sticking with his pledge to the Trojans. The teams to watch: Indiana, Colorado, and to a lesser extent, Auburn. I say lesser extent because it looked like.
All right, yeah, I don't care about Auburn. But, yeah. So
damn. Indiana just to be on that list. Good for you, Hoosiers. Look, I think that I agree. I don't think, just judging by what I know from the building up in Boulder and how much they're putting into this, like they are putting every egg they got in this basket. All right, it is. And they got some really good talent up there right now, too, in the quarterback room.
Oh, yeah.
They've got some kids behind Shedeur that actually look like they could develop. I really liked what I saw last year from Stab in the Utah game. He played his balls off. Even Coach Prime afterwards was like, he might want to think about hitting the transfer portal because he played so well, and he didn't, thank God, and he's a good backup. But I saw this other big son bitch that was out there throwing ropes at like a 20 number. I can't remember.
Yeah, I saw that kid.
I'll find that kid's name, but he's huge. If they don't move him to tight end, maybe that kid can play because he was out there throwing frozen ropes. But I will say this: look, Juju's a special player. He's obviously been committed to SC forever. You know, you look at him. Yeah, number 22. There it is. Ponder is his name. Yeah, he's fucking huge. But look, I think Juju is being sold on this. Come to Boulder and replace Shedeur and start immediately.
Yeah.
And that's the way you bag a 5-star quarterback. That's the only, like, he's going to SC to play immediately. He's going to Indiana to definitely fucking play immediately. And God knows how big of a bag they're throwing at him if Indiana's on the list. And then Auburn. Hugh Freeze is definitely going to play him as a freshman. Hugh Freeze probably doesn't even know what day it is, but what the fuck? We're rolling, right? Look, I think that this would be a massive gift for Coach Prime. It would just show his ability to continue to recruit this kind of athlete, this kind of star potential. He obviously, everybody thought, myself included, that Jordan Seaton wasn't going to come to Colorado. I was hoping like a motherfucker that Seaton would come here, but I didn't think it was going to happen. And all of a sudden, Jordan Seaton starting at left tackle for the Buffs, number one player in the country at his position, and a future first-round draft pick, first number one overall pick if he continues to stay healthy. That's what guys like Orlando Pace and Jake Long do. Penei Sewell went third, so he'll be a top 5 pick. I think that Juju sees that. I think that Seaton and all these cats talking to him about what is going to be here after Shedeur and Travis Hunter and these guys leave is just as plentiful, if not more plentiful. That's how you recruit the next generation, is see what they're doing. They're setting the table for you. I love that picture of Shedeur with Juju sitting in the chair holding his hand out and Shedeur's dropping the keys to him. Shit is dope. I just think that, you know, the whole college football world is going to go fucking nuts when this happens and he switches his commitment and he's a Colorado Buffalo. You know, SC is going to go crazy. And I've said this before. SC is going to the Big Ten. All right? I'm sorry, but I just don't think you're going to have the same success you had in the Pac-12 running a conference as you do in the Big Ten. It may be more lucrative money-wise. It may be a better or maybe a good fit in that regard, but it is not a good fit in any other regard. You're traveling like a motherfucker. You're going to have to play in cold weather elements during your conference season, and now your conference is, you don't have the Arizonas on your conference anymore. You don't have CU on your schedule anymore, a team that we've never beat SC. You know, you don't have Cal on your schedule anymore. Now you know, like, I mean, shit, SC and UCLA, like, this money grab might not work out the way you thought.
That's what I'm saying. I think this picture says a lot. And I mean, I understand the kid has been committed to USC for a long time, but man, when you're 18 years old, why would you say no to this? This is what I don't understand.
Well, look,
everything.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
opportunities are great everywhere, probably for this kid.
Yeah,
but the opportunity to go play for and be developed by Coach Prime and his staff and everything that they have in Boulder, that is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah,
You can go play for Lincoln Riley whenever you want. Lincoln Riley is only going to be a college coach. Coach Prime, God knows what the future holds for Coach Prime, right? So I think he'll stay there for at least 5 to 7 years after this, because I do think he wants to build. I think he wants to get through a recruiting class, especially one with a kid like this, where if you bag Juju, do you understand how many other kids will get in line too? So this is not just getting one 5-star recruit quarterback. This is getting God knows how many other 5-stars to follow him and come keep the party going. Like, hey, Jesus, we're out of wine. Keep the party going. So, I think that there's a lot of opportunity here that people just don't see. And it's because going to SC, again, that's established tradition with quarterbacks, all these Heisman winners, you're another guy. In Boulder, with the exception of Shador and Cordell Stewart, you are the guy.
Yeah.
Like you could potentially come in and say, I want to chase Shador's records and be better than him. That's my goal. Like, God bless Joel Klatt. He was an unbelievable player at CU, but the list of like really great quarterbacks at CU in college they're great players in college, but we don't have a lot of pro success. Other than Cordell Stewart, I can't name the last professional quarterback that wore black and gold that played in the NFL. So, there's a lot that goes into this, to say the least.
Yeah, no doubt. Welcome.
But I will say this: we got a lot of feedback on the 22 kid.
His name's Dominic Ponder.
Dominic Ponder is from the HBCU, and this kid is big as shit, super athletic. He's got a fucking cannon.
Oh yeah.
So again, like, they're not just recruiting the 5-star; they're actually developing these other kids as well. So don't be surprised if you see a kid like Ponder next year fighting for that starting position as well. I'm telling you, when I saw this kid playing, it popped off for me. I was like, holy shit, that's a player right there. And as a coach, I see things that other people don't see. So I just saw it and I was like, that fucking kid right there has got it. And he is huge, athletic, great frame, looks the part, frozen rope, can really run. Like, that's a diamond in the rough motherfucker right there. He's a good looking player, dude.
Yeah, no doubt.
Who he reminds me of is DJ Alphabet. And I got
DJ Ukulele.
I'm sorry. How do you say his name?
I think Ukulele.
Hugo there. DJ Alphabet at Florida State for Coach Norvell is going to have a huge year. I think he'll be a Heisman finalist. I think Florida State's going to be real pissed off about last year and what happened. So he reminds me a lot of that of DJ, bro. DJ's huge and really athletic. This Ponder kid's 6'5", dude. He's fucking huge. So I just freak. Even if we don't get Juju, this Ponder kid looks like he can fucking play.
Yeah, no doubt. And DJU, we're gonna find out week 1. They play Georgia Tech on the 24th here. That week 1 matchup, or week 0 matchup, I guess you'll say. It's gonna be a good one.
I know I can't pronounce his name, everyone. I'm a big stupid white guy. I can't fucking do fucking fuck. I'm just gonna call him DJ Baller. All right. I'm not trying to disrespect. I can't say his name.
Josh Vele. Appreciate you watching, brother. Let's move forward here. Oh man, so we got two topics here. I want to start with this. So there's On3 put out a list of which Big 12 defensive transfers will make the biggest splash on their new team. There are 4 of these guys on the list that are from Colorado.
There is 4. Holy shit!
I want to ask you.
All B linemen too.
Yeah, I want to ask you, which Colorado defensive transfer will have the biggest impact this season?
Look, I want to say Greens, Hayes, and Wiggins, because they're pass rushers, and pass rushers are sexy. But it's Buell. And look, those other 3 are ballers. I ain't taking anything away from them. They're going to have massive fucking massive effect on the defensive line. They're going to pressure. They're going to get sacks. But Buell's a big defensive tackle, 3 technique, nose tackle, interior bad motherfucker. And I'm not trying to disrespect Cooks or anything, but last year our 3 technique play was fucking atrocious. And we did a lot to improve on that. We big 97. We brought in him. He's a good looking player. But I think that Ryan has a real opportunity to step in and dominate the A gaps and B gaps for the Colorado Buffaloes. And I played that position. I played 3 technique at CU. If your defense is going to have any balls, you better have a good 3 technique. And last year we could not. We were like a fucking sieve trying to stop the run. We could not hold the A and B gaps to save our lives.
Yeah.
So it's important that they went out and fortified like this. This is what I'm talking about. Everybody yesterday that was hating, saying they're not going to, they same team as last year. They're not going to do this, not going to do that. Bro, those are 4 potential professional defensive linemen right there, being coached by a first rounder and Coach Lewis, who's gone through the ropes to get to where he's at as the D-line coach, and Warren fucking Sapp.
Yeah.
All right. And the Livingston scheme is conducive to attacking and retracing and like hustle and rotating defensive linemen to play 3 plays as hard as you can, and we'll get the next dude in to play 3 plays as hard as he can. Yep. That's like it was when I played there, and our rotation is Marcus Harris and me and Bannon and Brayton and Abraham Wright, and like everybody there is in the fucking league. So like that's what I'm looking at here. You got 4 guys. Look, the Green and Hayes are going. You put those 2 on the edge. The interior. Look, I played my senior year. We had Abraham Wright and Alex Lagon as our edge rushers, and I was a 3 technique, and we were eating quarterbacks alive. I had 9 sacks my senior year, but Abraham was a monster off the edge. He was unblockable, and he ended up getting drafted next year by the Dolphins. He had like 14 sacks his senior year. He didn't have that many his junior year, but the ability for them to press the corner and allow me to get home at 3 technique by the quarterback stepping up, you rush the passer as a whole, right? So that's going to allow these guys, if they earn the right to rush the passer, and let me reiterate, as a defensive lineman, not only do you have to be in the 3rd down package, you have to be in the Sapp package in order to rush the passer, because it's not fucking NCAA 25 where the same guys play. Like I need my NASCAR package on the field, either my best 3 or best 4 pass rushers, period. So if you have to earn the right to be on that team, number 1, but then also you have to earn the right to pass rush. And this is what I mean. You have to stop the fucking run on 1st and 2nd down, period. You have to put them in passing situations where it's not draw screen path. It's 3rd and 8. And they have to fucking actually be, the sticks distance determines how long you have to get to the quarterback. You'd be lucky if you got fucking 2 seconds these days. Yeah. So again, you have to earn the right to rush the passer. And I think that they brought in guys that will help them do that, bro. I mean, look, they got better at every single position on the defensive line, and they got better at every single position on the offensive line, with the exception of Zelinkus, who should have been playing all year. If they would have known Wells was going to go to Oregon State, you just fucking start Zelinkus the entire year. But Wells was another young guy who just decided to leave and go play for his old coach, Kyle Devan, at Oregon State, and best of luck to him. Tank did the same thing. Best of luck to both of them. I think they'll have good years. But Zelinkus, what he showed me against CSU last year was fucking awesome. And I think he's going to do a really good job at center for them. So I think they got better across the defensive line big time. Now they can actually rush the passer and get home. And I think they got better on the offensive line big time. Now they can protect the passer with 5, and you can really force one-on-ones in the secondary. Bro, I'm so fucking excited about this shit. I don't know what to do with myself.
I love it. You mentioned that you think Buell will be the biggest defensive, be the defensive transfer that has the biggest impact on Colorado. He's got Coach Sapp coaching him and Coach Lewis. Can you kind of discuss the impact they'll have on Buell and how he'll have an impact on their defense?
Well, when you're coached by a 3 technique, it's different. When you're coached by a guy who actually did it, it's different.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain, right? So look, being able to walk up to Warren Sapp and say, I'm struggling with my key reader, I'm struggling with the double teams, or I'm struggling with inside moves. Help me. And then all of a sudden you're getting tutored by Warren? Fuck. I had put something on Instagram the other day, and me and Mustafa working, and it's the Sapp Olay, right? And I tagged Warren, and the immediate was like, hey, your footwork's wrong. I love it. That's fucking A. My footwork's wrong. Help me. Yeah. Help me, coach. Help me. Tell me what we're doing wrong. That's my point. He's even pointing it out to me. So you don't think he's pointing it out to Green and Hayes and all these other bad motherfuckers? And this is the thing with Green and Hayes. You can move both of them to 3 technique on 3rd down, and then all of a sudden the guard is shitting his motherfucking pantaloons because you got to deal with a fucking edge rusher, and then all of a sudden on 3rd down you can force one-on-ones. You can go even front with double 3s, double 5s, move your big defensive end to 3 technique, move Buell or whoever to the 1 technique of the other 3, and force it so you got 3 one-on-ones and they're double teaming one of the interior 3. You can mug the fucking center with the linebacker and drop him off, forcing one-on-ones. So again, you don't want to see these cats one-on-one. And when I hear BJ Green II from Arizona State say that he wants the CU sack record, dog, I want you to get the CU sack record, homie. Please God. Please God, go get the CU sack record. That's Alfred Williams holds the CU sack record, homeboy. And if you can go break that, fuck. I'm all about it. So when I hear shit like that, it makes me it gets me excited, bro. I fucking love ball, and I just can't wait for these guys to go fucking ball.
Man, well, I can't wait to see how this plays out. Colorado is loaded, and people don't want to see the talent they brought in. I mean, I think there's a lot of the guys, those 4 on that list, are definitely going to be making an impact this season. So we can't wait. We're almost there. Matt, we have one more CU topic, and this is going to be an interesting one. Man, so Jason Whitlock, you went on his show a few months back, and he kind of talked about Dion and Coach Prime and the Athlon Sports thing, and he had an interesting take, and I want you to kind of react to it and give your piece to it. Take a listen here.
Now there's starting to be cracks in terms of people actually reporting and talking about what's going on at Colorado. Dion had a honeymoon period last year where everybody in the media was afraid of him and afraid to be called racist, and so they just ignored everything. Now I don't think it's going to be as easy to ignore, and starting out and a good undefeated start is the best and probably the only protection Deion Sanders has at this point. If they lose 2 or 3 games before November, I think the reporting is just going to come out, and people are going to start talking about what's been going on in Colorado and what type of environment Deion has set up in Colorado, and it won't be pretty.
I'm tired of listening to him. Look, it's just another. All right. I want to go on this fat fuck show just to put him in his place at this point. The first time I was just going on to see what it was like. Now I want to drop a nuclear bomb on his show. What the fuck? This is more jargon. What is going on at CU? Prove it.
Yes.
Where are all the guns? Where are the arrests? Where are the drug dealers? Where are all the fucking bad guys? Give me a fucking break with this. Look, I didn't really understand how much of a fucking tool Whitlock was, and that's on me. But I understand it now. I totally get it. This guy's a fucking clown, dog. And it's just, I can't believe that so many of these journalists all over the country have the audacity to just run with all this shit, and it's not substantiated in any way, shape, or form. I'm driving into work this morning, listening to 104.3, and every host is like, how dare you, Dion, get on some guy that works in the media? How dare, that's so unprofessional, how dare you? I mean, it's like, again, what did I say yesterday? If you're part of the media, you got to fucking cup the balls. Well, this is the reason I don't work in corporate media, dog, because I refuse to cut balls. I'm not doing that shit. I don't need my motherfucking livelihood isn't wrapped up in the narrative you set that I have to spew on your fucking corporate radio station. The worst part about all this is Whitlock's not even corporate. He's just a fucking jerk off.
Yeah, he's not
even being told this. He just comes up with this crazy
whatever
shit.
He wants. Yeah.
Where does he come up with it? Where does everyone come up with this? Like what? Where all the reports that are going to come out? There's enough people that hate CU and hate Coach Prime already where the reports would have already came out. I mean, what the fuck are you talking about, dog? When they lose 2 or 3 games before November? There's only 4 fucking games in November. If they're going into November and they're 5-3 and they have 4 games to play in November to finish potentially 9-3, 8-4, I'm going to be doing fucking jumping jacks, dog. That's a great fucking year coming off 1-11 and 4-8.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Jason Whitlock is the epitome of what's wrong with fucking sports media, homie. This guy is a fucking toolbox. I don't regret going on his show. I would like to go on it again just to fucking yell at him and set the record straight here. But again, what am I going to say to him? Like, prove it? Where are your facts? You have nothing substantiated. Where are all these people that are going to come out with stories? That's just it. It's all a bunch of stories. None of it's rooted in fact whatsoever. So I am 100% Coach Prime on this bullshit. I think the media knows that they can fucking say something negative and it'll blow up. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between constructively criticizing play and what they need to do and improve and going after the man and his family and the fucking program and all the culture and all that shit. Give me a fucking break, dude. I mean, Whitlock and the dude that Chad and the dude yesterday, I can't remember the name of that show, but it's one thing after another. It's like if you don't like Coach Prime and what he stands for, you're going to find something to hate on the guy about. Mm-hmm. And then you can use social media to go out and spew your bullshit. So I'm over it, dog. This is again, it's more gasoline. It's more nuclear fluid on the fucking fire. Like, just keep dumping it on CU because they are going to open up the war chest on your ass here pretty soon. The entire country is going to have to feel it. And look, if they lose a game, they lose a game. It's not the end of the fucking world because they lose a game.
Yeah, that's
like, come on. Like, if they lose 3 games by November, shut the fuck up, Whitlock. Like, come on, man. If they lose 3 games by November, the wheels are going to fall off. If they're 5-3 going into November, the wheels are going to fall off. Shut up, Jason.
That doesn't make
Whitlock, I mean, come on, dog. Take the fucking hoagie out of your mouth and stop with this bullshit. You sound fucking stupid as usual.
And he seems to have such a negative connotation to Colorado. He's had multiple former players on his show. He's had,
anything that he can do to paint a negative light, he will do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. And
look, I didn't understand why people had such a problem with it. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's because I had like a cordial conversation with the guy. I disagree with him on a lot of shit, but this is him. This is like vindictive almost on his point.
Yeah.
Like, I hope that somebody goes on there and sets them straight. And it needs to be me, I'll do it. But that's fucking bullshit, dude. Like, all of this is unsubstantiated fucking trash that you're just spewing. Like, at some point, somebody's got to call him on his bullshit, and it's me. Jason, you are full of shit, homie. They have nothing to stand on here. All of your fucking sources are anonymous cowards. None of them are going to fucking stand up and say any of this because they know it's all lies. Mm-hmm. You guys take fucking parts of stories and run with them and make it like it's the end all be all and it's the only narrative that counts. And that's just not true. And it's not the way that it's supposed to work. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry, but in today's media world, you got to really, really cipher through all the bullshit, folks. And unfortunately, he is as full of shit as it comes. And remember, super chats and subs are open. We appreciate any support. Nick needs new shoes, and we're rolling here on 0 to 60. Fuck Bailey for not having much of a show on deck. We sure did kick ass.
Yeah, that was pretty good. My last thing on Whitlock is, what is he gonna say when Colorado wins? He's 60% of what he just said was off the field. What is he gonna say then?
Well, he didn't say shit last year when they started 3-0, 4-2. Mm-hmm. He started in when they blew the Stanford game.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, the cracks in the Stanford game plan I remember him saying it, are just like the cracks in the foundation of the program. Mm-hmm. Dun, dun, dun. Like, shut the fuck up, Jason. Like, come on, man. Here. This is my thing with Whitlock. I've never heard him support anyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyone. Any fucking buddy. The only thing that supports Jason is his push-up bra.
Yeah, he does have a. If you listen to him talk, I mean, when he talks about sports and certain topics in sports specifically, he's very negative, very negative. So you do have a point as to why isn't he? He's very negative. He don't talk good about nobody, especially Dion. And he's clearly has his own agenda with Dion. Whether they win or lose, he's still going to talk.
Right, you got a Whitlocker here defending him.
Okay. Just because he had Warren Sapp on does not dismiss what Whitlock says.
Well, look, he said that they would lose. They finished 4-8. It is what it is. The easiest thing in the world is to sit there and just point the finger and say, "Oh, look, it's all negative," when it's not. 4-8 last year was 6 games by 1 score. I'm telling you, I went to damn near every game the 1-11 season. The 4-8 team and the 1-11 team, it wasn't even the same. It's not even the same fucking stratosphere. Mm-hmm. To say that they didn't improve just because the win-loss record isn't 6-6 or 7-5, which it easily could have been if they get 1 or 2 calls go their way, okay, or don't make 1 or 2 calls. And again, are you losing or learning? CU learned a lot last year. Yeah. Everybody that lingers on the losses, you are a loser. All you can do is linger on losses. You have to learn to win, and that requires you to lose.
True.
So I think the best thing that could have happened to the team last year, and Shador and Travis and Shiloh and Coach Prime and everyone else, is this, a humbling 4-8, where you've got to look at yourself in the mirror and go, we got to get better. We got to find better players. We got to do things differently. And we've got to fucking rally the troops and really, and close and everybody shoulder to shoulder. And then we'll face outward and fight the world. And that's what, not only are you playing North Dakota State, you're playing North Dakota State and the rest of the country that hates you. So I'm serious. It's Colorado versus fucking everybody. It's Buffaloes versus the world, bro. And that's just the way you're going to have to go in Boulder from now on.
Yeah, facts. Colorado versus everybody. Everybody's coming at it. We've talked about it this week. I mean, we're on Tuesday, and I can't think. We've talked 5 different people coming at Colorado at sports media, man. It's unbelievable. Man, let's close out here on this fine Tuesday. Matt, you got any final thoughts? We got 450 people watching, man. Man, I can't thank you all enough for watching and supporting. Become a member of the Dungeon family today. Only $2.99. Best $2.99 you ever spent. Matt?
We appreciate all of you, even the haters. Without you, there would be no fire. So really appreciate all of you. Keep it going. I'm thinking noon is probably going to be the time. That's something that people would get behind. Yep. Yeah, man. Look, it's been a great 2 days. We're off tomorrow, but we'll be back Thursday and Friday ready to rock. And then I'm really looking forward to the football season. And look, Thursday we're going to talk Buffs again, obviously, but we got to talk about Bo Nix and the Broncos. I just got done watching the all 22 of all Bo Nix's his plays. I thought he was really efficient and really did a good job in the opener. I know it's a preseason game, but he really looked polished as a young guy. So we'll talk about the NFL as we go. We'll start getting the betting lines done with our boys at Bet Online. They do a great job, so we'll be talking about that. You'll have all of our betting numbers for all the college games and all the pro games as we go through the season. You get some of my ins and outs. I'm not saying I make money betting, but I'm also saying I don't lose often. So we'll just say that. I'm on the NFL though. I don't ever. Do you bet games or do you bet touchdown scores? Though I never bet games. I don't give a fuck who wins. I watch tape all week. They're feeding this guy. He's going to score this.
Player props. It kind of depends. Whatever I see, I
don't really like the live in-game betting for some reason.
I don't like live in-game betting. I like predicting. If I do it live in-game, it's
I want to predict that shit.
Like,
yeah,
it's about to go off. That's me.
But I always push it one fucking parlay leg too far. I know everybody does that, dog. I'm like, I got a 7-leg parlay. This looks pretty good, but I'll tell you. That 250 yards passing number there sure does. Look how much it bumps the overall number too. Fuck, I can turn $100 into $10,000. Holy shit! And then I miss it on that leg, and I'm sitting there like, fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. No, literally, I feel your pain.
That is a motherfucker.
Hey, we're gonna talk. Hey, we're going to talk Colorado, North Dakota State. We got a lot of betting to talk about on Thursday and Friday, and as we continue here on 0 to 60. I can't thank you all enough for watching. 420 people in here. Man, Matt, any final thoughts before we close out?
I don't know. Let's answer some questions here with the fans.
All right. If you guys watching and have any questions, drop it in the chat. Next 5 minutes.
I like this one. Questions. See you 10-2. That's right, Just Joe. Fucking A, brother.
I like that. Yeah, nice.
My man Ray, great show. Thank you, Ray. You're the man.
Appreciate you.
Well, Ray, we got to talk about Grayson and why he runs with his left arm straight. His right arm's awesome, but his left arm, I don't know. He's like mad at the world with his left arm. Hey. We got to figure that out.
Oh, man.
Let's see. What else? What else? Here we go. Here's a nice one. If you want to do some film breakdown, I'm down, Big Matt. We've done it on JB's show before. Hey, fucking A, Josh Feely, I'm with that. I could definitely do some film breakdown. The one I did this morning for the Broncos is pretty good. I posted it on Instagram, so I'll be sending it to Bailey too.
Yeah.
The CU sack record, I'm almost positive it's Alfred. I'm pretty sure Alfred Williams has a CU sack record. I think. I'm not really sure.
I can tell you. Give me 1 second.
When I say, Matt, when you say what? Matt, when you say, hey, shut the fuck up. It's pure gold like that. Hey, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Hey, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
By the way, I saw this right before.
Oh, yeah. What did Paulie Feinbaum say?
We're gonna save that for Thursday. I'm not too
sure.
Dog.
What did he say?
I don't know what he said. You must have said something just now.
It probably rhymed with, hi, my name is Paul. Pull on that thing. Fucking pussy. All right, we got to go.
All right, we'll talk about that on Thursday, man. Thank you all for watching so much.
That's what Paul sounds like every time he talks.
Yeah.
Get the SEC's cock out of your mouth, Paul. Choking motherfucker. Have yourself a great day, guys.
Oh, man. I'll see y'all.